You thought that was a door, didn't you? But surprise, surprise, this is Liebherr integrated refrigerator. Well, I usually meet people first, but today I thought, why not meet their choices? Hello and welcome to this special episode on News 18 presents Innovate and Evolve, powered by Liebherr. I am Preeti Dahiya, and in this episode, we will take you inside two beautifully designed homes where innovation, design, and everyday living come seamlessly together. So for this house, come on, let's meet the hosts. Here we have Monal Shah, Nikun Shah. Guys, thank you so much
Hi.
for inviting
Happy
me
to be
over. It's a beautiful space. Congratulations.
Welcome home.
Thank you so much. Like I said, it's a beautiful space, and I'm sure your heart, your hard work has all gone into it. Both of you, if you can share with us your journey with this home and what were your thoughts when you were putting this together?
So let me just put up this way that we always dreamt of this home with a lot of exciting elements, but keeping simplicity in mind, practicality, and having the wooden design and the designer panels. So that was our thought, and at the end, it has come out very nice. So we are very happy with the result.
Absolutely. Monal, you want to add to
Yes.
that?
Yeah, so we love having people around, and now we have such a beautiful space to host and have a nice evening, call friends, family over a drink. So yeah, that was definitely our dream, and it has come true.
I'm sure if I have a dream house like this, I would
Yeah.
like to flaunt it as well to my friends and family every now and then.
I'm sure.
But the highlight of the house, I have to say, is your open kitchen space.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful, it's so spacious, and every woman particularly dreams of a very functioning kitchen space.
Definitely.
And the way you have brought in technology to integrate with the space of the kitchen. Monal, was it your idea to have this integrated refrigerator installed?
Yes, both
Yeah?
of us.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
okay.
wanted to have a integrated fridge, and definitely it gives a classy look to the kitchen. The kitchen looks spacious, especially when it's an open kitchen. Tidy and clean kitchen gives a very refined look.
Yeah.
That is what I feel.
And I think what really works for an integrated refrigerator is that it's not sticking out like another silver appliance in the
Exactly.
kitchen.
Yeah.
You have so beautifully blended it with your rest of the interiors. A lot of thought process behind this as well, Nikunj.
Absolutely. The theme, what we had finalized was for the wooden interior theme, and it blends exactly with that.
Yeah.
So the result is fantastic.
And it just works so well because, the appliance is integrated.
Yes.
It's not going to come in your way. In terms of maintenance, Monal, how does it really work for you?
So, unlike the traditional refrigerators, which need a lot of cleaning inside, outside, this becomes very easy for us to maintain, clean, and like the staff also enjoys keeping it nice and organized.
Yeah.
So definitely better.
There's no dust under the fridge,
Not at all.
on the top of
No,
it or on the
there's
sides.
no way.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic when it comes to the integrated refrigerators in a kitchen like this. I also want to know about some specific features, something that really has your heart. What would that be?
Not one, but many.
Yeah.
Come, I'll show you.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. So this is the
So this is the freezer.
freezer part,
It's
okay?
like a complete
Completely
freezer.
different
Yes,
cabinet.
Yes.
Wow.
That is one feature I love the most because there's no odor transfer. So the food remains fresh, doesn't dry out for a long time. And this is the fridge.
Wow. Very
Yes,
spacious.
very spacious. Looks very organized. And I really like these pull-outs. They're so smooth. So, frequent use, it's more refined. And one feature which I really love is the BioFresh.
Yeah, it's written there. Okay.
Yeah. So the veggies, the fruits, they stay crisp for long. Yeah. So that is one thing, and I love. I like it's. I can organize my perishables really well. So that is
And I
one
think
thing.
a lot of space there in terms of you've kept your vegetables and your fruits in
Yes.
different compartments and there's
Yes.
plenty. And
plenty
everything
of
stays
space
fresh for a longer period
for a
of time.
longer period. Yeah.
Great, great.
So
That's lovely.
It's something that really helps me with my meal preps.
Mhm.
Shopping. There's less food wastage.
Mhm.
That is one feature I love the most.
Mhm.
And again, the soft closing.
Well, I'll also try.
That is, yes,
Yeah. Lovely. Yeah. So
works very well.
yeah, I think that's great, especially when you have kids around.
Yeah.
You don't want anyone slamming the door of the
Exactly,
refrigerator.
yes.
So Nikunj, that's where your part comes into play now. I'm sure that behind all of this work, this great work in your kitchen and in your house, you must have taken expert help.
Absolutely. So we have our friends Mihir and Rinki Kotak, who are brain behind the whole entire house and this design.
And I hope we are going to meet them today.
Absolutely, yes.
All right. So why don't you call your friends?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Hello.
Yeah, good.
Hi.
So Mihir and Rinki.
Hi, Mihir. Hi.
How are you?
Nice to meet you all.
Same here.
Well, so these are the brain behind the design of this house. And I want to first of all, compliment you both for doing such a wonderful job.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
But Mihir, if I can begin by asking you, what I really notice in this house as soon as you enter the space is the way you've balanced the calm and, the kind of texture that you have given to this entire house. It's a space that brings calm in you. Was that a conscious design, something that you were very conscious about?
Yes, so the initial brief was very, very clear. We wanted to have a subtle theme throughout the house, but we had to make sure that it's not on your face, right? So it's a very delicate line when you have to make sure that the luxury or the elegance is there without overdoing it. This is the best example, I would say. Right from the conceptualization to the finality, it has been an effort from the entire team and obviously them because they gave us a complete free hand. So that is where the magic happened, I believe. And that's where the output is what you're seeing today.
So Rinki, let me ask you this. What was the brief for this kitchen? Particularly the way you are integrating modern appliances with the simplicity of, the kind of textures, the kind of look and feel of the house.
See, first of all, when we call this as an urban thicket, that was based only on their lifestyle. They were traveling a lot. They enjoyed hosting friends also. So that's how somehow we have come to this entire concept of wooden finishes and textures that we have and the color tone that we've given to the house. And when it came to kitchen, we always wanted, and even they wanted it to be part of the house.
Right.
So it was never like a secluded area which is, not seen otherwise, but they wanted it to be like an open thing where they can host their friends, and the dining space is attached to the whole thing. And obviously you can see how it has come up.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Meher, my question to you is that when did you realize that Liebherr integrated refrigerator will fit seamlessly into the kitchen brief that you all have?
The challenge over here is whenever the developer designed this entire space, they anticipated that this would be a staff-run kitchen for the entire building, right? But when we met them, we understood what lifestyle are they expecting. We had to make sure that this does not become a utility kitchen. It becomes more like a space which can be flaunted. The moment we had to do that, we had to make sure that the appliances don't catch your eye. The appliances do their purpose of keeping the things fresh, making all the life easier. At the same time, aesthetics was our first take. So what you see over here, it's been tucked in a way where it becomes a piece of art and not something which is like an eyesore.
Yeah.
So built-in appliances, Liebherr has been a lifesaver for us because it makes us very, very comfortable while using it aesthetically, but at the same time, the features and the functions help the client realize that it's going to add up to their lifestyle. Well, when it comes to any sort of engineering, when it comes to any sort of appliances, Germans are the pioneers, right? And what better than Liebherr for a simple reason. One, designed or conceptualized in Germany, now proudly made in India. When they did that shift, we could understand from the technicalities that they've adapted to the tropical climate that India has. It is designed for an Indian house because of the temperature, because of this thing. There are a lot of challenges that we are facing with the other brands, which we are not with Liebherr. And more importantly, I would say that the combination and the flexibility that they offer, right from 2x2, 1x1, half and half, it's just endless. The possibilities are endless, which gives us the flexibility and the clients the flexibility to organize their refrigeration and their fridge as per us.
So essentially all areas are covered.
Absolutely. All ticks, I would say. So it's been a blessing to be the least that I
let
can
me
say.
ask the ladies on that part,
Yes,
because
they are the
Monal
ones, they are
and
the ones.
Rinki, both of them can answer this. Aesthetics and practicality. How do you make sure that you are integrating these two aspects as well? I think that also is something that really helped in having an integrated refrigerator in this kitchen, Rinki.
I think I just can say that after deciding on Liebherr, that was all sorted. We did not have to put that effort at all. It was effortless. Everything was integrated so well. The full built-in fridge, the refrigerator, and the freezer that she wanted to have, it was effortless.
And Mihir, when it comes to designing spaces for modern couples like Monal and Nikunj, are there some particular aspects that you keep in mind? Especially, like you said, that the kitchen area not only has to be functional, it also has to be presentable. It has to be something that appeals to you as people who are living in the house, and then when you are inviting your friends and family over.
We understand a person's lifestyle, like how their mornings are, how their evenings are, how their weekends are. That's a basic understanding that we try to get from the clients initially, and then the design revolves around that. So one thing was very clear, that even though it would be predominantly a staff room kitchen, but it had to be the showstopper. So we had to make sure that we don't compromise on the aesthetics at all.
Since the material palette and the textures have been continued from the entire house, this kitchen is also part of it. But while designing, because we were sure of having the Liebherr refrigerator and the freezer and everything, it fitted so well that we got all these 4 panels wherein it is absolutely hidden inside the cabinetry, and we could create this piece of art, in veneer for the kitchen, which obviously is the center point of this entire
This
space.
is really a piece of art. I think I should take a picture in front of it.
It is tailor-made, it is customized. We had to make sure that as soon as you see the kitchen, that becomes the central point. So mostly appliances are not so aesthetically appealing, but we had to make sure that they look as beautiful as they are in their features.
Good job, guys. Well done. And it was a great conversation with you all. Thank you so much for having us over and seeing your lovely abode. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, honestly, this doesn't just feel like another beautifully designed home. It feels like a home that truly understands the people living in it. And that's what really stood out for me. The way effortlessly design, functionality, and everyday living has all come together. But our next home is by someone who designs spaces for a living. And when an architect designs her own home, every detail tells a story. Welcome back. You're with us on News 18 presents Innovate and Evolve, powered by Liebherr. Now, some homes begin at a front door, while a few others begin with an unexpected first impression. In Mumbai city, parking is a luxury. But if you take a look at this space, you would understand something about the home we're about to enter. After stepping into a home designed for calm and balance, we are now going to meet someone who designs spaces for a living. Come, I'll show you.
Hi Preeti.
Hi Padmini, so good to see you.
Welcome to my humble home.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us over.
My pleasure.
And what a lovely home you have.
Thank you.
This is such a great space. I'm so glad that you are sharing some of it with me for the day.
My pleasure completely. Please come.
Come, let's sit. Wow, lovely. So tell me, Padmini, designing spaces for clients and designing your own house, how different are these two?
Oh, very, very different. I mean, in fact, to be honest, when I started designing my home, that was the biggest challenge I had to face. I travel a lot. I have a jet set lifestyle. I stay in the finest hotels. I design luxury hotels and homes. But when I want to come back home, I want to come back to calm.
Yes.
I want to come back away from all that noise. So, but I still want my comfort. I still want my luxury. So, what is that space I want to do? So, I came up with this concept of silent luxury.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of calm, but yet it is luxurious and it's comfortable, and it's something that kind of reflects who I am as a person. I'm a great connoisseur of anything that is natural and organic. So if you see the space, if you see the every element in the space, you'll see a lot of stone, wood, fabrics, textile, jute,
All of this is stone.
All this is natural marble, natural stone. I just love the touch and feel of it, and I think the solution lies in what you see in nature around us. So even when I entered this home for the first time, before I purchased it, I saw this beautiful tree right in front of my door, and that was it. I saw these beautiful trees out of every window in the house, and I said, this is my calm space. This is home. So when I say natural luxury, I mean something understated, silent, but at the same time very luxury in terms of the choice of materials that you use, the color palettes that you use, and something that we can imbibe in a very urban context.
That's true.
Because I am used to doing homes that are very bling, very especially in hotels, which is all about the aesthetics, about the the entire narrative.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was a very contrast to all the narratives that I normally design and build. But this was a great opportunity for me to do something unique because I am the client, and it was not at all difficult to convince.
You're the client, you're the service provider.
Absolutely.
And you know very well also, having followed your work, how to blend modernity with the aesthetics of each and every space that you design. So when we talk about urban homes, we have to talk about the technology that you have to integrate in your daily life.
Very important.
So tell me a bit more about the technology and the kind of appliances that you have integrated in your house.
So, very, very important, I would say. So, in fact, when I started designing the place and I had a certain budget in mind, and I was like, what is important for me? And what came out of the whole, the conversation that I had with myself was that you do not compromise on technology at all, because that is lifestyle, that is making our life easy. That is what luxury is all about.
So what is your most comfortable space in this house in terms of where technology integrates with your lifestyle? And I would love for you to show me that space.
This is a smart home, okay?
Yeah.
So this home is something that, when everything, whether it's lighting, whether it's the food that I eat on my plate, or it's also the kind of, the mood, the ambience I want to create, everything is very technology oriented. And I have always believed that technology should not be seen. It should only be experienced, whether it's the light on the ceiling or in the space or the food on the plate, and so I have made use of very important brands and good brands that kind of gives us the closest, solution that I'm looking for. So one such, example I can give you is Liebherr, which is one of my favorite brands. Also, so all my appliances, that anything has got to do with refrigeration and cooling, is Liebherr in my house. And it's purely because it's a German technology, but it's very proudly made in India, which I'm a complete endorser of. And great service, great providing what I want. And as I told you, I'm a connoisseur of anything natural. So, when I've always believed in this farm to plate concept. And in urban context, that's very difficult. We all know that.
Yes.
But there's something that Liebherr has that kind of comes close to that. Come, let me show it to you.
Let's go.
This is my refrigerator.
Okay, there
and
we
this
have
is
it.
my freezer,
Beautiful.
deep freezer. I mean, we need a lot of refrigeration.
Shall we open it with your permission?
Yes, please.
There you go. Okay,
Yeah,
lovely.
so that's the refrigerator, and that's the technology I was talking about, BioFresh. It's a beautiful technology that they have, and it almost keeps, now imagine these, you can see the vegetables and the fruits. It's I think almost a week old.
It's mango season.
Yeah, and
stocked up.
look at the aroma. It's still there. It's still there. It's almost a week old stock. Look at the tomatoes. Look at the color. So it is something that I found very interesting. Something that kind of maintained the freshness, what I was looking for. And of course, it's very soft closing, and you can see that. So it just kind of takes care of itself.
Yeah.
And and the other part that is my favorite is the auto ice maker. For somebody like me who always entertains, the trays always full of ice. You never run out of ice. The refrigeration is great. They have a great capacity, as you see in deep freezing,
Yeah,
which is very
capacity is
rare.
very impressive.
Yeah, which is very rare. And of course, it's concealed, so it just kind of blends in with my space without really showing out there. And in addition to this, I'll show you one very interesting thing. So you can actually have a complete home with Liebherr. Like you have your kitchen refrigerator, and my favorite part, this is where my entire family, friends come together. This is my favorite spot of this thing. It's a community table.
Right.
So with this here, this acts like a bar, acts like a dining, acts like just a community space. And here, I kind of have Liebherr as my bar experience.
Wow.
So yeah, so this is, a hidden bar that we have. What I love about Liebherr is its customization, where I can integrate it the way I want it to be integrated. So we have a little small refrigerator, again built in and hidden. So, it's nice. So this is my personal refrigerator. So all my midnight binging and all the sinful acts that I do, the olives, the cheese, the chocolates, everything that is very bad for the health is here.
Padmini, what I really notice in your house and the way you've integrated Liebherr technology and refrigerator is that it's not limited to just one space. Traditionally, if you buy a fridge, so to say, it's stuck in one corner. But this is, spread across as per your needs.
Yes.
And in your entertainment corner, in your kitchen appliances and everything, you would use Liebherr in different variations, if I could say that.
Yes, you can say that. And I always believe, technology is not limited to the conservative way of using it. You can be creative. It can be very user-based. It can be exactly what you need and how much you need. So it can actually spread across your home, the way you want it. So that's where we architects come in to help you. Like I always tell my clients, I don't design homes. I don't design spaces. I design lifestyle. So basically what your lifestyle is, we need technology, we need brands like Liebherr to come and help us to translate that experience into space for the clients.
And it's so smoothly integrated into your taste for your own house, the
Yes.
kind of aesthetics that you have visualized for your kitchen, for your bar area,
Absolutely.
or your area where you host your guests.
Absolutely.
Was it very convenient and easy to blend it in?
Absolutely, concealed the built-in systems that they have, and as you see in the kitchen, I have a very raw, woody vibe happening, and the whole thing just blends in there. The same refrigeration system. Here we have this metallic, lovely luxury feel that I have, which again blends in. I have a bar cabinet that I can hide when I want and reveal when I don't want it otherwise. So that is what we as architects looked at in a brand, something that has a solution for every situation. And Liebherr gives me exactly that. So that's one of the reasons that I strongly recommend it. And anything that I recommend, I will be the first person to use it in my space.
You are leading with example.
Totally.
Padmini, thank you so much for having us over. Once again, my compliments on a beautiful home.
Thank you so much, Preeti. It was completely my pleasure.
Well, there you go. From seamless integration to thoughtful aesthetics to freshness, functionality, and smart innovation. These homes have showed us how modern living is evolving beautifully. Thank you so much for joining us on this special episode. Until next time, bye-bye.